FolkScene, I'm Howard LARMAN. Our guest is Steve Goodman.
This song's for Bob Wills. You gotta try and imagine Tommy Duncan singing this song. The day you're born, they sign a piece of paper to certify the date of your birth. The day you die, they sign another that will prove you've gone back to the earth. And between those two pieces of paper, there is the truth that is so hard to find. And the story of your life is written, but you must read in between the lines. Now when you're young, you think it doesn't matter if you leap before you learn. But the old folks are wiser and sadder from the chances that they took. When your chance comes along, you will take it. You better be careful and take your time. And the chances are good you will make it if you can read in between the lines. And when someone tells you that they love you, and no one has ever loved you more, it is wise to stop and consider how many times they might have said that before. Because when love leaves you crying, then you will surely lose your mind. And you might have known that love was lying if you could read in between the lines. When someone tells you they love you and that no one has ever loved you more, it is wise to stop and consider how many times they might have said that before. Because when love leaves you crying, then you will surely lose your mind. You might have known that love was lying if you could read in between the lines.
Sure. Listen, Steve, that's one of yours, right?
Yeah.
One of the songs. Really, love it. I could picture Bob Wills doing that, sure. First of all,
Steve Berg was there when we wrote that, yeah, too.
First of all, congratulations on your new record. I think it's really
Glad you like it.
probably the best you've done, huh?
It's met with mixed reaction.
Really?
Yeah.
The mixed reaction that I've seen was one of someone who couldn't get it straight that it was a record, not you as a solo performer. Is that the kind of mixed reaction you're getting?
Oh, that and well, just in general, a confusion about what I'm trying to do. You know, no big thing. You know, I think it's probably my fault for not honing in more on certain things. You know, it's a hair eclectic. You know, and some people have expressed their doubts about that side of it, but.
You know, I never really did ask you how this thing all started for you. How you got...
Yeah, I was playing in bar bands in high school. I learned how to play the guitar when I was 13. And let's see, I don't know.
Were you writing songs from the very beginning?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think that really happened until '69 or so. Yeah. Sang a whole lot of songs that other folks wrote before then, but I really didn't have any interest in writing anything till around that time.
You were initially pegged as being reluctant to display your own songs. Is that true?
Well, I don't know. I just knew so many other songs by that time, having been playing longer than I'd been writing, that there just simply weren't that many, you know. And I just, well, there's two sides to that. One side is if there's a lot of good songs around there, and I've only written 45, 50 songs that I would feel like singing at any one given time. Well, if there's 8 billion songs and I only wrote 45 or 50 of them, it might behoove me to know a few others outside of those 45 or 50. You know, that's the way I'd always looked at it. And the other side of the coin is that if I don't sing those 45 or 50, who will? So at a certain point, you know, my eclecticism, you know, and my liking of other people's music, you know, has to bump into where anything that I'm going to write, where the outlet for my own material is. So, you know, and it's a struggle. Last night at the Roxy, I did a tune by Mike Smith, and right away people were hollering for another one, and you know, I did it right away. But at that same time, what happened was that I had to, you know, cut out a couple that I might have wanted to sing that I wrote. But you know, I'll tell you what, I'll sing them another night. You know, 100 years from now, it won't make a hell of a lot of difference. You know, I'll get them all in somewhere.
You've been responsible for me learning about other songwriters before they came on the scene, essentially.
Yeah.
Or Mike Smith is still waiting for, I think, for his fame and fortune.
That's
as it
real
were. Possible.
Well, he's so brilliant. You know, I mean, if you just take a look at the songs, you know, it's a mystery to me why, you know, more hasn't happened with his own career, but it's also none of my business, you know. That's the other side of it. I'm sure Mike's taking care of whatever that is, you know. All I can do is sing the songs.
And you introduced us to songs of David Allan Coe before. I know there was an obscure record early on somewhere, but I never did hear it.
Yeah, and Tom Dundee was here last week. What are you getting at, Howard?
Well, what I'm getting at is you got somebody else you want to introduce us to musically.
Well, okay, let me think if there's anybody. A song I might have learned somewhere. Well, see if I can remember it all. This is a Harry Waller song, okay? Harry Waller lives in Chicago. He writes terrific songs. God, he'd strangle me if he knew I was going to butcher this song. I don't know how this thing goes all the way, but I'll sing as much of it as I can remember. The song's called Cockroaches on Parade. It's one of the 2 or 3 funniest songs I ever heard in my life. Now that it's cold with winds outside, they need a nice warm place to hide. Under the rug, beneath the floor, the cabinet behind the door. Black flag, decon, indoor spray, fumigators by the score. Stomp them, hammer them, smash them with raid, they come back for more. And in the darkest hour, just before the dawn, you can hear them singing some old love song. They take their scraps into their laps, they wipe their feet on your lunch meat. And when you go and turn your back, they like to sneak a little snack. Harry makes clicking noises there, too. You know, like snapping them between your thumb or something. I don't know. Oh, yeah, this is the best part. Earlier tonight you hurried up to go on your big date, and in your haste you left behind a lot of dirty knives and forks and plates. And as you sit here listening to this stupid song, back home in your kitchen there's a party going on. And when you come home late tonight, open the door, turn on the light, and you will see your wallpaper change. Those are cockroaches on parade.